Right guys, now we're gonna do non-linear equations, right? So we're gonna be solving non-linear simultaneous equations. So one example can be like this, where you say y is equal to x squared minus 1 and y is minus x is equal to 5, and it says solve this equation simultaneously. So it says solve this equation simultaneously. Now if I have something like this, the whole you can see this is x to the power of 2 and this has y to the power of 1, x to the power of 1. So this is a quadratic and this is a linear. Whenever you get a sum where you got a quadratic and a linear, you need to take the linear and substitute it into the quadratic. Okay, so you need to take the linear and substitute it into the quadratic. But we only can substitute the linear into the quadratic if the linear, you have one of the x or the y, you make it subject of formula, right? So you make one of them subject of formula. So you can either make the y or you can make the x. Now if I made my y subject of formula, it would have been more easier because then I wouldn't have to do FOIL method there. So let's see. So I'm going to say this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So I'm going to say substitute 2 into 1. So I'm going to say, but first I need to make this the right one. So y is equal to x plus 5. So you're going to say x plus 5 is equal to x squared minus 1. What must I do? I have to solve for x like normal, so move everything onto the left hand side. X squared plus x, and then the 1 goes in here, and the 5 and the 1 becomes a 6 equal to 0. Now remember, I can get rid of the negatives, so I have x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. X 3 2 negative positive, so therefore my x will equal to negative 2, or my x would be equal to 3. Right, isn't that easy? But am I done? No. Now I need to find my y values. So when I find my y values, I'm going to say substitute x equal to minus 2 into equation whichever one, but I think the second one is more easier, so number 2. So you say your y is equal to, open brackets. Remember, brackets are very important. If you type this in your calculator, you're going to get a positive 3. And then when I do this one here, I say substitute x equal to 3 into equation number 2. So I'm going to get here y is equal to 3 plus 5, so y is equal to 8. Right, so when I do that, what I basically did, I got two coordinate pairs. So you have to put the pairs together. You have to write them as coordinates. So my one pair is going to be minus 2 and 3, and my other pair is going to be, what's it going to be? It's going to be 3 and 8. Those are my two coordinate pairs. You must write down your coordinate pairs, otherwise it's not done. Okay, so basically it will be like you have a graph, you have a parabola, you have a straight line, and the point here and the point here, this point will be negative 2 and 3, and this point will be 3 and 8. So it's cutting, the straight line is cutting or intersecting with the straight line at 2 points. So that's why when you have a quadratic, you're going to have 2 x values, you're going to have 2 y values. When you had a linear, you had 1 x value and 1 y value. So this is a very easy one for this is the first type where you have x and y and you need to solve it simultaneously. Alright, now let me give you another one. Let's see if you can do this one. Alright, so let's do another one. Or let me give you one question and you can do the question yourself. Let's see if you can do this question yourself. Okay. Right. It says here y is equal y minus 2x is equal to 2, and x squared minus 2x is equal to 3 minus y. Okay, so y minus 2x is equal to 2, and x squared minus 2x is equal to 3 minus y. And it says solve this one here. Alright, pause your Pause your screen and do this one yourself now. Don't cheat. You need to practice on your own. Alright, so when you go here, you're going to see your answer is going to be, so first you're going to say y minus 2x is equal to 2. So y is equal to 2x plus 2, equation 1. Then you're going to get x squared minus 2x, and now I'm going to minus 2x, equal to 3 minus y. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to call this equation number 2. I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to substitute into equation number 2. So wherever I see y, I'm going to substitute that part there. So I'm going to say substitute 1 into 2. Elimination method can work for this, but it gets very tricky. So I always suggest just doing substitution method. Right. So what I'm going to say, x squared minus 2x is equal to 3 minus, open brackets, 2x plus 2. Unless you're one of those maths junkies that like to do the most hardest sums, but then you get all the easy stuff wrong. Right, so x squared minus 2x minus 3, I'm just moving everything here, is equal to minus 2x minus 2. So I'm moving everything to the left hand side. Squared minus 2x minus 3 positive 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. X squared, this cancelled out with that. 3 minus 1 plus 2 is minus 1 is equal to 0. Now what does this is? Difference of two squares. So x 1 positive negative, so therefore x is equal to negative 1, or x is equal to positive 1. So when you get this, now you're going to say substitute this into equation number 1 is more easier. So y is equal to 2 negative 1 plus 2, and y is equal to 2 open brackets, what is positive 1? Positive 1 plus 2. Here y is equal to negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Here it's going to be equal to 4. So what's my two coordinates pair? It's going to be minus 1 and 0, and here it's going to be 1 and 4. You must add them in coordinate pairs. Right. Then you're going to have another example. So let's do another example for you. A different type. Okay, call them a different type. So the different type is this one here. Maybe you can do it on your own. I think you should do it on your own. Remember, this is revision. I'm not teaching you the section again. Right. So 2x minus y is equal to 1, and x squared minus yx is equal to 3x minus 3. Right, so what you're going to do here it's a linear, here it's a quadratic, it's the same thing, you should do it. Right, so now I want you to go and pause this video and do it yourself and come back and see if your answers are correct. So remember, I always told you it's easier to work with the one where it has a power of 1. So here it's power of 1, here it's power of 1, here's power 2, 1 1 1. Right, now this power of 1 here, and there's a power of 1 here. Here's a power 1, here's power of 2. So we work with the y's. So what we're going to do, we're going to make the linear one y the subject of formula, and then substitute it into this one here. That's always the plan. Take the linear one and substitute it into the quadratic one. So I'm going to say this equation number 1 is now going to become, and this is equation number 2, this is now going to become like this. So minus y is equal to minus 2x plus 1. But when I don't have a minus y, so I'm going to say y is equal to, divide everything by negative, 2x minus 1, and we call this equation number 3. Then I'm going to say, I'm going to substitute 3 into 2. So I'm going to say x squared minus, instead of having a y, I'm going to put this part here in, 2x minus 1, and then there's the x value next to it, so multiply by that, 3x minus 3. So what's going to happen here? X squared minus x times that is minus 2x squared, minus x times that is positive x. Move the minus 3x here and the positive 3 here. I'm going to say, right, So this minus this is minus x squared. Right, those two cancel out. Those became minus 2x, cancelled out. Plus 3 is equal to 0. So now I remove negative as a remove negative 1 or divide everything by negative 1. So the sign is going to change. Right, solve for it. 3, 1, positive, negative, therefore x is equal to 1 or x is equal to negative 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to substitute these things. So x equal to 1 or x equal to minus 3 in equation 3 is more easier. So I'm going to say y is equal to 2 times 1 minus 1, or y is equal to 2 times negative 3 minus 1. So y is equal to 1, or y is equal to, if you type this in your calculator, you get minus 7. So my coordinate pair is 1 and 1. My coordinate pair here is minus 3 and minus 7. Right, so this one is going to be on my left hand side cutting, and this will be on my right hand side cutting. Right, those are my answers. Now, what's another important thing to do is always take the linear and substitute it into the quadratic. Right, now we're going to give you one more to do on your own and see if you can do it again. Let's see. Now the last one we're going to do now is fraction one. So let's see if you can do the fraction one on your own. Right, so the fraction one is going to be y is equal to minus 4 over x plus 3 plus 9, and the other one is and y is equal to negative 3 over 2x plus 2. Right, now there's the two equations. Put your timer on, pause the video, and come back and see if you can do it. Right, if you had to go back and come back and see what you're going to do now, you would have noticed that this is already in the standard form and this is already in the standard form. When you say standard form, it means y is equal to something. So y is only y. There's no negative, there's no positive, there's no other values in between. So what's going to happen here is I'm just going to let one equal to the other. So I'm going to say this is 1 and this is 2. So I'm going to say let 1 equal to 2. So 1 is minus 4 over x plus 3 plus 9 is equal to minus 3 over 2x plus 2. Now, doesn't this look similar to solving for x with fractions? It's exactly the same thing. Right, so you're going to note this has a denominator of 1. This basically can be written as minus 3x over 2. This is a denominator of 1. So my LCM is going to be my denominators, which is 2. And then it's going to be times by that whole bracket there, so x plus 3. So what I'm going to basically try to get it on this side is 2x plus 3. I'm going to have 2x plus 3 here also. Remember what I do one side, I do the other side. So we have here minus 4, open brackets. What is different from this one? Just a 2. Plus 9. What is different from this one? The whole thing. Then here, what is different from this one here? Minus 3, it's minus 3x, open brackets, it's the bracket x plus 3. What's different from this one? The whole thing. So I say, open brackets, 2x plus 3. And now I can drop my denominators because they're both the same. So I'm going to multiply out now. So minus 8. Now, this time that is 18. Okay, and I want to just leave it at that. Some of you will get confused if I skip steps and you must cry. This time that is negative 3x squared, negative 9x, and then this is a 2 times 2, which is plus 4, open brackets, x plus 3. Right, now multiplying out again, 18x plus 18 times 3. What's 18 times 3? 54. Is equal to minus 3x squared minus 9x plus 4x. You see, these things are not difficult, they're just very long, and because they are long, some people forget what to do afterwards. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move all my stuff onto the side. So I'm going to have minus 3x will become positive 3x squared, right? So there's no other x squared. Then I have 18x. If I move this here and I move that here, so I'm going to have right, so I'm going to type here. Let me just type it out, otherwise I'll write it out. I want to get confused. Be like, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to teach, you're so bad. Then I have minus 8 plus 54. This comes to the side, becomes minus 12 equal to 0. Right, so 3x squared done. 18 plus 9 is 27. Or I can say 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 plus that is 23. And then those ones are done. This you type in your calculator. You are going to get 34 equal to 0. Now this is called a complex one. You can do the whole, if you know how to do factorization, do it, or you can use the holy grail, which is the x equal to minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. You can use that if you can't remember how to do this, right? So what I'm going to do here is, alright, so I'm going to write here x is going to be equal to, what's the factors of 34 that will give me 23? 2, 1 times 34, 2 times 17. But if I put the 2 here, oh, it could work. So 2 and 17. Alright, so here it's going to become, all of them has to become positive because all of them are positive, right? And then therefore 3x plus 17 is equal to 0, or x is equal to minus 2. So here x is equal to minus 17 over 3. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to substitute. So I'm going to substitute this in equation equation 2 looks more easier. I'm going to substitute in equation 2. When I substitute into equation 2, therefore y is equal to 21 over 2 and y is equal to 5. So what's my coordinate pairs? Remember, coordinate pairs are very important to write it out like that. My coordinate pair is minus 17 over 3 and 21 over 2. And here I'm going to get minus 2 and 5. Capish? Is it easy? I think so too. Alright, thank you. This is all you needed to know for quadratic equations. I'm actually in a very, very, very tight spot. I need to move along, so I got no time to give you examples. Do your own examples. Bye bye.